My name is Jomaic. I'm an artist from the Midwest. I grew up in Chicago area, and I just started making music when I was young, and I was like, hey man, this thing is actually I'm not too bad at this. So I kept with it, and it's been a journey for sure. I've been making music since I was like young, 17. My I was one of those guys that was saying I was making music, but my friend actually he's like, no, you're going to the studio. So he dragged me to the studio and put me in the booth, and then that's kind of just where it started building. You learn a little bit. You start to see where like some of your favorite artists, how they're really more talented than you give them credit for once you start to try to do it yourself. And yeah, it's day in and day out. It's every day, bro. Music, I think I just remember when I was younger, I definitely wanted to express myself to the world in some way that was lasting, you know? I definitely was a young kid that had like an inflated ego and wanted to leave a legacy on the world. And I felt like I guess the most appropriate way at the time for my limited viewpoint was to make music. And, of course you start to get reinforcement, positive reinforcement, compliments about your abilities, and I think you reach a point where you decide, do you really want to be serious about this, or was this just something that you were doing in the moment? As far as strengths, I am a very creative and unique person, so it's very easy for me to come up with new songs that I feel like are very fresh, come up with new ways of telling my story in a new angle that I haven't done before. That comes very naturally to me, or I find ways to do that. I don't ever really get like writer's block. I can't relate to people that say stuff like that. But aside from that, a weakness of mine, I really feel like my singing abilities are what we call modified. Okay, they they need training wheels, heavy autotune. So that's something that I feel like I could always improve on, and I do my best by trying to learn singing scales. I have like an ear training app that helps me kind of zone in when I'm recording. Um, Other weaknesses in my craft, yeah, I think the singing, if it got better, would be, I mean, the mixing. I feel like the mixing could be definitely better, but that's something that I just have to keep learning, have to keep creating my own sound, things that are unique to me, things that I haven't heard before, and things that I think are exciting for the future. In the next 1 to 5 years, I want to make relationships that really matter, relationships that can establish me in the music industry, with people that are working just as hard as I am, if not harder. People that inspire me and I inspire them, and we're all just on the same page about what we want, and that's greatness. Those relationships, the people that have done it before. When I was starting this stuff, I thinking now what I know now, I wish I had somebody that knows the stuff I know now then to tell me exactly what to do. And that's where things like grandfather systems, like a label system, or when you come up and like organized football is a great way where they take you from like a kid to adulthood through a system that hones your craft the whole way up. That is what I feel like artists really need, and I wish I had that. I would say, as far as impact, be a voice to people to say the things that they think but maybe don't have the courage to say. I feel like that's like what I strive for in my music, is to say things that people, I know that's going to resonate with you, but you may have never been comfortable to say that, but you've been thinking it. Hey man, if I put songs out, be there at midnight, okay, on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever it is. If I do a show, sell it out that night. That's what support means to me. And that's just love. So a new fan, people that are just first discovering me, I want you to know that I'm really here to be of service as an artist. I know this fulfills a role in people's lives. Making music. People are playing you right when they get home from work, or turning you on right when they get out of bed or something. So I'm really here to make those vibes that like inspire you to be your greatest self. And that's really what I want people to take away from all of my music, all of everything that, sure, you know, you make songs that sell, but aside from that, thank you, Monstars, for interviewing me. My name is Jomaic. All my socials are Gnarly World, Gnarly with an I, World without an O. Gnarly with an I, World without an O. Go follow me and stay in tune with the movement. We're going up.